I am going to upload this video right here no matter what. It's actually my third attempt because each of my previous 3 attempts, I absolutely hated how I was speaking. That is actually one of the things I am personally insecure about. The other thing is how I look, specifically my fat. But one of the many things that motivated me to make this video right here is a YouTube video that I watched, a self-improvement YouTube video that, I went back to my roots. I went back to how I started becoming who I think I am today, which is a self-improvement guy. And basically, I have a pain point. And the pain point is that I don't have friends and I can't connect with people, and I know that my life will be better and with less pain if I have friends and I can connect with people. But I've been having a hard time liking people for many reasons that I will get into later. But I basically looked up how to stop hating other people. How can I force myself to like everyone? How can I stop being a narcissist? I think I eventually clicked on this video from this woman who made a video about how to not be triggered. Immediately, I started judging her. I was like, oh, this type of language is not for me. I am so unique. And by the way, logically, I am unique, as is everyone, but I more so feel unique in a way that everyone feels unique. But I double down on it, and I feel rejected by the world. There are many reasons, and I'm not going to sit here and argue as to why the world rejects me, but it does. I'll give you some quick reasons, and if you disagree with them, that's you rejecting me. I feel insecure. I am insecure. Yeah, I still think I'm better than everyone. I feel that what I just said is very common. But I'm still different. Right now, I want to end this video because the things I said in the past 30 seconds made no sense. I know I'm losing a lot of you, but this is kind of my rawest self. But the reason why I hit record again and didn't give up is because I may not be good at speaking right now, but it just takes an insane amount of volume, of repetitions. And if I do this every day and consciously try to do it better, I will get better. But let's get back on track. I came back to my roots. I had a pain point, which was me not being able to connect with people, me kind of disliking other people, me viewing everyone else who doesn't agree with me as something bad, either stupid or a normie or a liberal or a Republican or Democrat or conservative or whatever. And I didn't like the video that I was watching. And then I actually eventually started liking it. And what really stood out to me was when she said, it was that she was constantly speaking about potentially a person not liking you. But I feel as if though I am generally unlikable if I show my truest self. I am tolerable. No one likes me or dislikes me all the time because I don't show my true self. Because when I do, I feel the negative reinforcement or the confusion or the judgment. When I speak with strangers, normally, I'm just like, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm doing good. Nice to see you. Nothing crazy. That doesn't make people like you. But when we start getting questions, getting to know each other, it's always stuff that is generally rejected by the world. For example, I dropped out of college, and I believe nobody really needs college. That's one thing. Like, I was driving my dad's friend the other day, and they asked me, where do you go to school? And I just lied. I lied and said that I go to school for them not to judge me, because I know for a fact it would have gotten a little quieter. Or if I tried to argue my way, it would have just not been worth it. And I'm not sure if I did the right thing. I just had to make a quick decision. But that's just one of the things. Or if I were to talk about it with people who, like my peers, I know they would just judge me. I know. I still sometimes try to be my true self, and show my genuine opinion on that topic. And there's some people who are fine with it. They're like, oh, whatever, yeah, it's your choice. And they're like kind of liberal. They're also kind of not wanting to say their opinion. They kind of just be like, oh yeah, that's your choice, it's not for everyone. And there's people that argue their way, and then there's me who thinks I'm in the right. Who thinks I'm in the right? I'm basically just another person. That's just one of the things. Other things are I'm gonna stop justifying the reasons why. There's plenty of other reasons, but I found myself to be unlikable. And a thing is because I pretty much have a unique opinion on pretty much every single topic ever. And by the way, I'm not claiming there's absolutely no one. There's probably millions of people there's so many people who don't agree with going to college. If you're dumb as fuck to be leaving a comment saying, oh, you're not unique for thinking college is a scam, or you're not wanting to go to college, or dropping out of college, there's so many people. No fucking shit. If 70% of people in my surroundings agree with going to college, then I define myself to be decently unique. And that's just one thing. Something that I feel like I am like 95% unique, like 95% of people do not think this way, is that I have a unique framework to viewing everything in life. And let's just get into it. Usually there's either liberal or conservative, Democrat or Republican. There's pro-life and pro-choice. And there's also the people that are a little bit in the middle, or people that don't care. I care a lot. I hate both sides, and I agree with both sides, and I disagree both sides. And I don't like the people who are in the middle just pussying out either. Like in pretty much every single situation. I like philosophy, but I don't like people that like philosophy. That's a generalization. And who the frick cares, man? Who the frick cares? I know my life will be better if I change a little bit. And so the challenge right now is, how do I keep my beliefs, which I, from the bottom of my heart, deem to be sincerely true, not just because I want to be right and different. I sincerely believe my beliefs to be absolutely true and valid. But how can I keep them and still like other people? If you're thinking of leaving a hate comment based on my problem, then I have to be okay with that, and I will. I have to be okay with being misunderstood. And in general, I am, but I have to go harder. I have to go harder with not caring. Because in general, I care way less about what people think of me than the majority of people, but it still freaking affects me. So what do I do? What are the action steps required? First of all, some of my inputs need to change. I need to eat better. I need to sleep better. I need to stop brain rotting. I need to do my purposeful work. I think that alone will do a lot for me. Spending time on social media, reading comment sections are just so toxic, and it develops angst in me. It develops a little bit of resentment for most people. It develops beliefs. It reinforces beliefs that I believe to be true. But here's not the thing. I don't want to change my beliefs. I just want to change how I deal with those beliefs being true, because I'm still not going to believe in free will. I'm still going to believe that, for example, that it's okay for me not to have a stance in abortion, because I have no idea if I should give value to an unborn person. I believe I'm kind of a Christian, so I want to give it value, but logically, scientifically, I'm a little bit atheist leaning. I feel like it's the first time I've said that on video. But I have faith in God being true, so I choose for it to be true. I choose to sort of act as if it was true, and I choose to agree with a lot of Christian principles. But I can never know. And so I'll choose to just not care because my life will never be affected by an abortion. I guess never say never, right? But I will, when dealing with this, I am basically saying it's not worth my time. Other people can get screwed, and that is a trade-off I'm willing to have, and I believe I'm making the right moral trade-off by focusing on myself and not caring because I want to make money. And if I want to create, and I'm a utilitarian. What does being utilitarian mean? What maybe I'm thinking too much. Maybe I think I'm smarter than I am. But notice how I said, if you guys don't know what a utilitarian is, I feel like there's people who are thinking, bro, this guy thinks he's smart for knowing what a utilitarian is. No, I don't. I feel like I'm dumb and smart. I feel like if I'm accurately self-assessing, I'm smart, but I'm not a freaking genius. I think the majority, I'm above average. That's what everyone thinks. But I am probably smarter than 76% of people. And what now I have to see how my brain goes everywhere. It's just because people ask me stuff, and I think there's no answer to it, and it just depends on everything. Depends on a trillion factors, and I just see humans everywhere living as if everything is linearly correlated when it's really just a messy web of everythingness. And that makes it hard for me to connect with people. So what I want is to still be myself, and because there's plenty of people who I would connect with. I have a friend who I'm pretty much myself with, and I connect with them. But it's just out of the, I don't know, 50 people I interact with in my area, in my community, with my parents friends, my friends, and the gym, and the new people that I meet. Maybe one of them has the potential, one or two has the potential to be like me, but I should like, I guess the right way to do this is to develop my skills in such a way where I can be friendly and liking and connect and understand people, but also, and when I see like an opening, oh, this person might like my deeper beliefs, my beliefs that I withhold, then I will let it out. That's just the way to go about it. And I have to, and how do I do that? How do I gain that ability? How do I practically gain that ability from first principles? What are the fundamental action steps? There's a million again. There's literally millions of things I need to do that I can't my head can't come up with them. And I feel like if you're still watching the viewer, you're not getting it. How can you get it? You can't get it in the same way that you can't feel the pain of other people in war-torn countries when they're on their news. Like, oh my gosh, in the Middle East, there's all these many deaths, and you can feel like, oh my gosh, that must suck, but you can't really get it. So you can logically comprehend that there's a million things that are needed, that I need to do to improve my life, to be better, to have a better mindset, but you don't feel the overwhelm that I'm feeling in this very moment, trying to give you a right answer, and that's why I'm different. Maybe, oh, fuck. Something to consider, which, based on, something to consider is just I guess, at the beginning of this video, I hate this. because I'm trying to speak better, and ChatGPT and all the advice that I've been giving by ChatGPT and AI and that I've seen online is to stop backtracking myself. Because earlier in this video I was like, I want to keep my beliefs, but now I'm like, maybe I should change my beliefs. And I don't give a fuck if you think I'm being honest or genuine. It doesn't matter, man. I want to be respected. I want status. I want success. I want happiness. Fuck, I'm just like everyone else, huh? Whatever. I'm gonna speak for like 20 more seconds with exactly what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be hella valuable. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, ready to go. Okay, so my number one priority right now is to be conscious of of craving instant gratification and choosing not to do it, and framing my choice not to do it as a vote, as one of the million reps that I need to overcome my instant gratification addiction. And I know I need to overcome it. My life depends on it pretty much. That might be unhealthy, but I'm willing to keep that unhealthy belief because I believe it serves me to overcome it. And after that, it will be so much more easier to focus on work, not be in toxic environments, feel good about myself. And when I'm less insecure, I will be more likely to self-analyze. And I will self-analyze. So right now, my self-analyzation about the work required to start liking other people is that I will actually consume more fun content. I will make a conscious effort to recognize myself judging and be like, you know what, it makes sense why they feel this way, and I will seek to understand them. A good quote that I like is, you cannot hate someone if you understand them. Seek to understand. And I will smile more. I will talk to my parents more. I will be outside in the sun more. I will manipulate inputs that I will decide at a later time to reverse engineer liking other people, pretty much. Just like anything. You can do anything with sufficient reps and with the right mindset. Yeah, I like how I ended this video. The middle of it was kind of messy, but God bless you guys if you believe in love, but you don't believe in God. That's kind of weird because God is love. That used to be my catchphrase when I used to end videos. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of agree with it. I'm turning less Christian, but I actually want to be more Christian. Maybe I'll talk about that in another life. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior.